At the Willie Speed School Board meeting room in East Point. But again, today, 6 o'clock, that town hall meeting about the 4-day school week going to be held at the Apalachicola Bay Charter School. You heard about it here on Oyster Radio 106.5 FM. Monday morning, you show the fine.
All right, welcome to my channel again. I'm just out here this morning. I wanted to show you this. Excuse me. What I've been doing all weekend is kind of a taste test. Been dragging out a couple of my portable things, putting them out here, plugging them in or whatever, listening to them while I sit out here with the cats, have a couple of cold brews, enjoying the weather we've been having here, because we're kind of having our 3-week spring period here. It's not horribly hot, it's not horribly humid, the bugs are down to a minimum level, although they're starting to come out, and pretty soon the yellow flies will be out, and that'll be fun. However, I've got a plan for them. I've got an electronic bug zapper that looks like a tennis racket that's quite efficacious. And I'm going to go to town on that, but I'm digressing as usual. I got two different radios here. You've got a tabletop AM FM Zenith, cream colored. Yes, another cream colored one. Solid state. Obviously was they used this also as a clock radio. There's the cutout for where the clock would have went. Pretty simple. Nothing fancy here. Volume, AFC, AM, FM, and tuning. You got no dial glass here. You just got a cutout. Fairly large speaker. Maybe 5-6 inches. I don't know. Reason why I brought this out, I've had this one for a long time. It's actually very sensitive. Has good quality, sound quality. So I pulled it out, was listening to it for several hours on Saturday, trying to tune around, do some DXing on it. I did pick up a couple of FM stations that were, 80, 90 miles away from here. And then there's this one, which I was listening to yesterday. This is an 80s Hong Kong built Radio Shack AM FM, super selective. You can see the antenna is missing. I could probably correct that, but I'm thinking it's kind of pointless. It works just as well with a click lead on it. Actually works better with a click lead. It's got the sliders, which makes it probably early to mid 80s. You got a volume, tone control. Well, that's tone control. There's the power on and off button, AM, FM, AFC. That's it. That's what you got. I was picking up a radio station out of New Orleans on this early evening, which I'd never been able to pick up around here before. It was like a soft rock, Magic 109.5. Usually I get nothing on that, but it was played it for several hours and it was very clear. Then it started to fade. But the thing about this poor old thing, somebody has been in it at some point. The battery door's missing. Model number 12-665, Hong Kong. You can see there, that's chewed. That's missed. There's there. What am I looking for? The screw? Where's the screw at? I'm not sure there's even a screw in there. I don't think so. So somebody's been in here. However, the radio works exceptionally well, and I'm able to actually DX on it. So that super selective thing does work. I'm tempted to pull the back off of this just to see what somebody did in here. I can't imagine them taking the back off and not doing anything other than, look at it. It must have been something wrong with it, but I like that. It came that way. But it works. So I can peel that apart, put the batteries in it. I think I'm running this on lithium batteries. I'm not sure. I went over to rechargeable batteries because I was going through so many batteries. Pardon my fingers. Yeah, those are rechargeable Amazon batteries. They're 1.2 volt, but that doesn't seem to cause any problems. They put off enough current, and they last a long time, and then you can recharge them. As far as this thing goes, I haven't been in the back of it. I haven't had a need to. This has got a capacitive coupler on the line cord, which I actually prefer for radios like this. They work better. You can hook a regular antenna up to it, but these seem to work better. I don't know why. I believe this was made in the US. Doesn't say anything on here about Japan or anything else, so it just says Zenith Radio Corporation, Chicago. And there's the chassis number, model Z412W. But if you can find something like this that's working, I would certainly suggest buying it. There's a lot to be said for having a table radio that you can listen to. I'm actually listening to a really old Panasonic table radio on the inside right now that looks kind of funky, and I like it because it looks like it's from the late 60s. It's got the big old eye. It's got like it's not an incandescent lamp, it's a neon lamp that comes on and goes off as you can tune it in. So I thought that was pretty cool. I might show that to you later. But this thing has no cracks. It's overall in pretty good shape. There's no paint specks on it or spider poop. And this is kind of in conjunction with that video I just made about the Sears Silvertone clock radio. It's the same type of deal. It's basic radio, basic AM, FM. I don't spend a lot of time anymore on AM because, as I said many times, there's nothing around here I can pick up on AM. There's no music, certainly. It's just all news and religious and sports. That's pretty much it. Politics, lots and lots of politics, which I'm tuning myself away out of. I'm just tired of listening to that nonsense. But anyway, that's what I got today. This is what I've been doing. I'll put something else up shortly. But this whole thing with table radios, they're so simple, or even battery powered portable radios. There's no speaker hookups. You just take it, you put it down, you turn it on, you listen to your music. But one of the things that I did want to mention is when you have something like this outside and you're sitting across from it, looking at it, the world, your eye tends to go towards the radio because it's in your field of vision. You start to have a real appreciation of the aesthetics of it and where it came from, when it was built, the culture at the time it was built, all of that. So it kind of broadens your appreciation of this kind of stuff a little bit. So that's where I'm at. Both of these work fine. They don't have any problems. No humming, no snapping, the controls are all clean. They pick up, quite a few stations. If you're lucky, you'll pick up a distant station. So, like I said, if you run across one of these, it's certainly worth spending a couple of bucks. I wouldn't go overboard on these. I think I paid $5 for this. And I think I paid like $3 for that thing at some roadside thrift barn in Iowa years ago. So that's where we're at. I will post more as I feel like it. I hope y'all are doing well. Please subscribe. I'm picking up more subscribers. My goal is to get 500 subscribers, which will allow me to tell Google they'll probably come back and say, hey, you can be monetized now because you've got 500 subscribers. And I will write them back and say, I don't want to be monetized because then I'll be under your thumb. It's not worth it, man. You know, some of these people that make, a lot of money off of YouTube, they sweat it. They have to produce something and they have to keep up their viewership and all that. I don't want to get in that situation. If I want to make a video like this, just randomly, on a nice morning and post it, that's up to me. It also allows me to archive the stuff that I have. So if I end up selling it in the future or whatever, I'll have a record of it. And everybody else can look at what I have too. So, all right. Well, thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate that tremendously, and I will continue posting stuff, which you may or may not find interesting, but at least I'll be posting stuff. All right. Take care. Bye.